I'm Abby,
And I'm Anna.
and this is Serious Beef.
Welcome.
Welcome back, listener.
Welcome back, listener. Boy, oh boy. It's been busy. It's been busy.
You know what?
Mm-hmm. What?
It has.
I was like, are you going to tell me I'm
I
wrong?
came here straight from therapy.
Straight from the therapy. Well, she ought to be well adjusted for this episode.
Can you imagine me flying here, tears streaming? It's fine, I'm fine. I gotta get to a podcast. Welcome back. No, I wasn't that serious.
Okay, good. I was like, were you really?
No.
Okay.
But but I wouldn't tell the listeners even if I did.
So
So,
I just did. Okay.
so, what's our beef today? Let's just jump right in.
We have Olivia here with us today, and as we should. And
Have you listened to an episode yet, Olivia?
No.
I ask this to every guest that's on here because
true.
we've yet to have a guest that listens.
and I wish I knew why the answer was always no.
I know.
Someone explain that to me.
We did gain a follower. We're up to 27 again.
Oh my god.
How exciting.
This is very exciting.
Did you actually? I don't believe you.
Well, I am bad at lying, so.
I can't tell.
I can't tell.
So I
so
know.
I don't know.
Did you subscribe? And give me the phone. Give me your phone. Show me the
Oh
subscription.
my god.
Okay, actually, don't because your keys are gonna jingle jangle the whole time.
Jingle, flim flam. Let's take a look here. Searching Serious Beat Podcast. Looks like I'm following.
Oh my.
She is our 27th follower.
is
Now,
Olivia.
if you could start listening, that'd be even better.
Okay.
Let's not get too far.
Let's calm down.
A step at a time.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So I
exciting
think
times.
Olivia's actually got the beef though today.
Yes, Olivia has the beef.
That's
Okay.
true. My beef is with weird fans.
Weird fans.
And that could go for anything.
And that's not a fan that you
Ceiling,
hold.
box,
Oh,
you know.
I was gonna clarify that it wasn't an actual fan. It was a person.
Box.
Um,
Personal.
But yeah. No.
I mean, I even had beef with a fan that made weird noises. Yes.
Lister Taylor.
Person or
Listen-
or inanimate object.
Lister Taylor, when we went up for my 30th to the the medieval times.
Medieval
The
times.
medieval times.
Yes.
She said that she always listens to the box fan.
I heard that.
Yes,
that
I think I
night.
told you. She's
Yes.
like, good old box fan. She'll never let you
A
down.
lot of people like
So
to sleep to the.
I won't be accepting beef about box fans today.
Okay.
Well, that's not it, actually.
Okay.
I have beef with fans, as in those who take it a little too far with celebrities.
Agreed. I think there are the people who take it a little too far. Yeah, I would have beef with them too.
Mm-hmm.
So the good news is, our boys from the BTS group, Jin and
No.
Jungkook and
No.
V and RM have
No.
been discharged.
Which one? There's only 8 of them, right?
Did I say?
Stop. There's 7, and Jin was not one that got.
I
What
said
group
Jin.
has what
Oh,
group
wait,
has
wait.
8 people?
Start over. Start over.
Oh, I got it mixed up.
We're gonna start over.
Okay.
Our server. The good news is our boys from BTS,
RM?
Jimin and V and RM, and Jungkook
Yes.
have been discharged from the military,
Yes.
and that's exciting because we love them,
Yay.
and so we're hoping for
Free
new
our
music,
boys.
for new music. So this is exciting.
I have no stakes
You
in this.
like the songs BTS does? Permission to Dance.
Yeah.
Butter. I know you like that
Mhm.
one.
I think that's the full list, in
Yeah.
fact.
There's one more.
No.
Both of them.
She only likes the English songs. Wow. Wow, Abby.
Whoa. Look at that.
Isn't
Oh,
there
no.
another one?
I
Isn't there
will be.
another
I
one
will
that's
be
in
taking
English?
any criticisms of myself
I'm
today.
pretty sure she likes their debut No More Drink. Anyways,
What is it? What is it?
You have no idea. It's
Oh, I see.
you like the 2 English songs, I think, that they did.
Well, I know Olivia only listens to K-pop, and that's why she's wearing a Fall Out Boy T-shirt here today.
she listens to all kinds. She actually listens to a lot more stuff than most of us.
I don't believe you. What?
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Anything?
Yes.
Anything?
Yes.
Anyway, back to the crazy fans.
So recently, for those that may not know, I had a fan call with a member from a group called Just Be. His name is Sung Woo. He was so it was very exciting. I had to wake up at 3 a.m. and the call wasn't until 7. It was very long.
Why did you
It was
have to get up
insane.
at 3?
Because
You were on the phone with 4 hours?
No.
Is this your soulmate?
No, it's literally well, yes, but the call is literally 3 minutes long.
Oh,
You get a 3-minute call.
I thought it was gonna be at like 5, maybe. So I was like, I'll get up at 3. I'll get ready for like an hour.
Just gotta make yourself
something.
beautiful.
And then it's like the event that's like before the fan calls takes like maybe half an hour, an hour. So I was like, okay, I've got that time to like set up whatever station I'm gonna sit at, and then I'll be ready to go by 5.
She's faking the background. She's like,
No.
remember, ladies, we hide our flaws
Until
after the wedding.
Yes.
But no, it didn't happen until like 7. I'm like half asleep. You know, I like knocked out for half an hour between like 6:30.
She's got her phone by her waiting
Close
for the
one.
notification that they're going to call.
I have like my ringer on, and I get a notification to say like the event's gonna start soon. But I'm like half asleep. So Skylar, who was also there at the time, who stayed up with me for the 4 hours,
Oh, that's a good friend.
is like, "Oh, there's a message moving." I was like, "Oh." I'm like, I'm on the floor in the front room, and I'm like, "Oh."
She says, "What?"
Like Michael
What?
Myers when you think he's dead and Helen.
Springs up. Yeah.
Jacob Voorhees.
Oh.
Jacob Voorhees? Who the hell?
Jason Voorhees. And I was told of Michael Myers
Yeah.
from Halloween.
Was
buddy.
sitting up.
No, I know.
Not just-
She knew what you meant. She knew what you
Rising
meant.
Out of
I see,
the
I
Water.
see. Apologies.
I was trying to say Jason Voorhees, and I didn't.
It's just cousin Jacob.
Well, anyway, to make a long story short, it was
Myself up.
it was fun. I got to talk to him about like seeing him in St. Louis. I got to ask him like for music recommendation. He asked to like look at the necklace I was wearing at the time. So it
The wedding is on for July.
exactly. So if you can't tell, it was great for me, and it sounds boring to everybody else. But here's the thing, though. People take stuff like that a little too far. Okay, they get these opportunities to win like these raffles, and they get these fan calls with people from the.
How did you win? Who did you have to kill to get to this?
It was a raffle.
Skylar actually signed me up for stuff like this because she's
Oh.
got like somebody over in Korea that like helps out with
Oh.
signing up for just like I said for stuff like this.
Very nice.
So she handled all like the dirty work of like sending my information.
The bride. She handled the turn.
Kidnapping him and holding it like up behind the camera so we call the people. You gotta call this number.
This is me. Imagine. They put the phone on a tripod because of he was holding it. Shaking.
He's like
He's
tied
just
up.
sitting there crying.
Big spots. Big spots. That's why you only from here up. His arms are tied. Can I see? Can you show me what you're holding?
She's a dance monkey dance. No, actually,
The dirty work.
we'll post a picture of the picture you got because it's so cute.
No, you have to be in the picture though. It could just be a picture of him.
No, you can see the batteries thing and stuff on the top. So it's
That,
clearly,
who, what? That could be anybody's battery.
It's okay. We're fine. Skylar stays up because they help each other record the call
Oh.
and whatnot, so that they can hang on to it
Forever.
She record the audio live, screen recorded, even though I don't think you're not allowed to. I think you're not allowed to do that. But I did anyway.
And now she said it
she
on
just
this
admitted on this
very,
international,
very popular podcast. No, you had to laugh so hard at that.
So now where do the crazy fans come in? We've talked about this in the past that we're like the fans, not just during the fan calls, but like we said, the boys that were just discharged. The fans were told don't come to the military bases.
Honestly, I'm not sure.
They're gonna have a fan event later. They show up in military base.
I'm not sure.
They're
they were-
screaming. They're
they
carrying
were
on.
told not to go.
I saw a
So,
thing.
Like, the discharge, like when
They were told not
when-
to go there.
Okay, when they enlisted,
Ava tried to go and they told her not to go.
me out. I wanted to see my boy V.
From experience.
You know how much I love V.
like they were told not to go when they enlisted. When they enlisted and stuff, they were allowed to see them when they discharged. They were weird about it though, rushing up against like what's supposed to be like the security there.
The security you're putting in air quotes is
Yes.
good.
It's like a bunch of people just standing there. They didn't think, obviously. They're
Well, it sounds like
people are gonna be normal about it, but no, they run up to like with a line where they can stop to view this discharge for them.
It's,
To be fair,
it's
to be
literally them
clear.
leaving.
To be clear, it sounds like they only are drafting K-pop idols, from what I hear. From what I'm hearing, it sounds like they're only. So I would be like the security as well. Like,
100% sign me up. No,
Sign
every able-bodied man has to do military service in South Korea. So anyway, yeah. So the K-pop idols don't. If they're men, they don't get out of it. Yeah, unless there's some kind of health issue or whatever.
embarrassing.
So they're all gonna do their time.
We got off track.
You gotta
a little
do
bit.
Do the crime.
That's
Gotta
okay.
do the
You're just
time.
explaining. Just explaining.
Yeah, but like, I guess not a trap because you're right. When they get to they're like screeching and being weird. It's just like these guys are just
terrible.
trying to get out.
They're just trying to literally go home. Like they're allowed to leave now.
But like specifically for like fan call wise, like I said, these people that like win this stuff, you know, they take this opportunity to just be weird. As in like, they tell these people that don't even know them. They're like, I want you to call me like a weird nickname, or like pretend they're on a date, or they're like trying to like, you know, I'm like. I understood the opportunity to ask these people questions, maybe, but like,
Right, I mean,
like,
that'd
to
be
be
it's
so
cool. The
delusional.
idea of it is cool.
Yes.
To get to like
But
call
don't
you know
be
somebody.
weird.
right, I was
Yeah,
like,
well, you said like somebody showed up in lingerie, and I was like,
yeah,
Yeah, and the idol is clearly very uncomfortable.
yeah.
Like, why don't you have your
Or,
clothes
like-
on? Like, that's weird.
And like a common thing with like these cable groups is like each member maybe like has an animal representative. It seems like,
Okay.
and there's always like somebody that's like a cat.
Well, because they
type.
can sell merch, which makes sense.
Well,
they
sure.
can make
This
little
part is
plushies.
not the weird
Yeah,
part.
But like, what is it? Felix from Stray Kids. Somebody did a call with him, and they like try to make him like pretend to be a cat during the call, and I was like, you have to.
Dog, I'd hang up.
Can you imagine?
If it was me,
Yeah.
I'd be like, click.
No, here's the thing.
Oops, my
With,
finger
like,
slipped.
It's like easier to win calls depending on how popular these groups are. So Stray Kids being like super popular and more people will try to apply for these members, it's like you have to spend like money on over hundreds of albums, and that's like $25 an album.
Just
Or
to
be
get
very
into like a
lucky.
raffle, and
So
yeah, or
you're-
very
So
lucky.
you're dropping
Sure.
a small bag just to have an opportunity to talk to these guys for 30 seconds, and that's what you use your time for?
Yeah, it's
To be
weird.
a freak.
I said meow, meow, meow.
Yeah, to the camera.
And you can see their face. They're just like, what is happening? Like,
said,
Right.
it's
Meow.
Exactly.
yeah, it's
Like,
weird.
What? Oh my god.
Please be normal. Don't attack them at. My favorite is when they attack them at airports. Like they're just
Yeah.
trying to fly to
I
wherever
think
their
we've
next
talked about
concert is.
that. Yeah.
They've knocked them to the
It's
ground.
happened. It's happened to me. I
and-
was recognized. What? No. Can you imagine?
happy. It's beefy. Serious beef.
It's like a whole thing.
Oh, I'm serious. Give her a piece of her backpack,
It's
Rip.
so weird. It's so weird.
It's
There's
weird.
a whole category for like people that are like that. I think they're called like say songs or whatever.
Oh, really?
Or sauce say.
I have no
honestly,
idea. I
care.
don't know, Chris.
It's just-
We call them weirdos.
We call them weirdos.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they literally the whole thing is this: they follow these people around. They follow into like restaurants. They look up when they're gonna land at these airports. I'm like, how do you find out this stuff?
I don't
They
even
go to,
know.
like-
Live your life, please.
Or like,
Please.
they're like trying
Don't
to
be
like
crazy.
dig deep into like the family members of these groups.
Oh my
Like,
God!
Big
Seriously?
Chan, you know, Big Chan, his one sister, like, is obviously like public, and she's also a music artist and stuff. But like, you know, his other brother isn't, and then people are still trying to like figure out, like, oh my god, where's so and so? And I'm like,
Yeah. Where
If
is he? What
he's-
does he look
if
like? Oh, this
he's just-
crazy behavior. Like,
I'm like-
leave him alone.
oh,
That's
you know,
crazy.
which, you know,
But it's
Well-
you know, I mean, you get there.
I get
there
it.
are people who do that over in the
There's
states too.
people that would Taylor Swift,
Taylor
is,
Swift,
is,
yeah.
is very famous for the stalking cases that
Crazy
she's had.
stalkers. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's there have been some people like I want to say Sandra Bullock had to go into like her panic room because someone got into her house.
I did hear about that. That's
Yeah,
so scary.
I'm like that's terrifying. Leave these people alone.
Well, you want to know?
Stop being crazy.
Speaking of public figures with crazy fans, do you
Okay.
know who has the most crazy fans?
if you're gonna say yourself,
No, Jesus Christ. Okay,
oh,
some of his fans. You ever
It's
heard of the
true.
Crusades? You ever heard of the Spanish Inquisition? Okay.
Have you ever heard of the Mormons? Like,
Ooh. My office. I go into the office. Down the hall. I'm not even kidding you. The Missouri chapter of Latter-day Saints.
legit.
Next door.
Next door?
They brought us cookies. They were actually quite sister or something. She brought us cookies.
Oh,
they were delicious. I ain't gonna even lie.
I'm like, hey, I mean,
I didn't eat the first cookie. I waited to see if my coworkers showed up the next day, make sure we weren't getting poisoned and
Oh,
whatnot.
that's a good
but
idea. That's a good idea.
I
Go
had one the
back.
next day. Delicious.
It's. I'm sorry, but
Now,
they honestly believe that the golden plates are
hold on.
buried somewhere, and that when they get to heaven, they're gonna have.
they
have their
my
own planet? They have
Yeah.
their own planet?
Well, now here's the thing. I will say, not to talk too much shit on the Latter-day Saints, but
That's just one example.
Mormons, apparently, all Mormons are from the Church of Latter-day Saints, but not all followers of the Church of Latter-day Saints are Mormons.
Is that
There
right?
is,
Okay.
yeah. I've learned.
There's different
I've
factions,
learned.
apparently.
Right. The Mormons are who you think of when you think of the stereotype.
Yeah, right.
These people, I won't pass judgment. I don't know those people.
No, that's fine.
I did walk by the room and there was about like 6 guys in their white shirts with the ties and everything, and I was like, I see you. And then I kept on going.
Were they in your office?
No. I have to walk by the door of their office
I
to get to
see.
mine.
Oh, I see. Okay, so they share the building. Is that what
Yeah,
you're saying?
yeah.
Okay,
Did you see the guy that not Josh Gad, but the other guy that was?
Could
The
have been.
other guy.
Could have been. They were all dressed the same.
Is it Anthony or something?
I have no idea. I don't know who the lead. I don't know who the lead is
I don't
in the
know who
original
either.
Broadway
What's your
production
name?
of.
If you haven't seen Book of Mormon, go see it. It's awesome.
Classic.
It's a riot.
But
we see them walking around.
Honestly,
you
you could have-
like a preacher guy and then have like a whole like mic and speaker.
but that they're not necessarily. That guy's not necessarily Latter-day Saints or Mormons. And I have a story that goes with this. It's not, I wasn't just trying to shit.
Kind of
on
went
Mormons.
off. We tend to go off the road. No. I wasn't trying to either. And
No,
again,
no. I was just saying.
I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm just saying it's
No.
it's different.
It
But,
is different.
But you can have a good
Well-
conversation.
Well, I gotta tell you.
Okay, let's hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. Olivia, I want you to give me a guess. What do you think? Every Monday night, I log on. I play D&D with. I call them the guys. I play D&D with the guys.
Disgusting.
Now, what we do in the 30 minutes before we're gonna play D&D, Jesus, disgusting.
Why did you say disgusting? I'm so confused.
Probably because they play with me.
Because they're
They're men.
Okay. We don't hate all men. Okay, let's go. Moving on.
But I wouldn't personally marry one.
But
Wouldn't be for me. but in the 30 minutes before we play, it's all bets are off on what we're going to talk about or do before that. So go ahead. What did we say, Grace? No, but go ahead and give me a guess. What did you think we did this just 2 nights ago?
Say grace.
Say grace. No, they did not say grace.
We did not. But
Sing kumbaya.
no, but you were closer with saying Grace.
You're actually on a better
You're
closer
much
track
closer.
than I
Have you
would've been.
remembered what I told you this
I
morning?
do remember now what you told me.
So I hop on the Discord, I hop on the call. I'm the last one to get on there because my life is chaotic. And normally, when we join, you just kind of like join and just chime into the conversation, whatever. There's not really that, oh, hey, so-and-so is like, none of that. But this past Monday I joined, they're like, Abby's on the call. And I go, already, I'm already like, whoa, what's going on?
Okay.
And they go, do you have a rosary? You're Catholic. Do you have a rosary?
Oh my god.
And I was like, I've got several actually.
Rosary's falling out of my hands.
I'm Catholic, that's part of it, but
Don't put your rosaries in your ass. What's wrong with you?
No.
No, don't keep them there. Okay, moving on.
don't keep them there. It
Please.
could be a temporary thing, she says.
That's nasty. Stop
Not
it.
permanent.
Don't keep things in your
I
ass.
don't know. Bless the butthole.
Stop it! Moving on.
I can't move on from blessed.
What is wrong with you? Lord have mercy.
Anyways.
So
Listen, if anybody has any tips on how to straighten out my youngest child,
whoa, in Pride Month?
I don't care if she's straight. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
Moving on.
who says these things in front of their mother? Not me. Good grief.
Me.
Anyways.
All right. So I say, I have a rosary, and they go, I say yes, I have some rosaries. Erupts into cheers. The 4 guys on the other line, wow! They're so excited. I go, why? And they go, we can make holy water.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but don't you need like a priest? For
No, because
Oh my-
anyone, fun fact for all you out there who are Catholic or non-Catholic, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Anybody can make holy water. Here's the ingredients: the prayer, which you can look up online,
All right.
a rosary,
Okay.
and kosher salt. That's all you need, and water.
Where do you get kosher salt?
You can buy it
At the store.
at the grocery store.
Most people have kosher salt
We
in the house.
and guess what we had at the house? Kosher salt. So, I've got my headphones on. I bring the laptop with me. We're heading to the kitchen now. I'm getting a Pyrex measuring cup full of water. A Pyrex measuring cup.
Erect.
A Pyrex measuring cup full of water. Okay. So I've got literal cup of water sitting there, and then I hear Powell starts to say the prayer, and I go, "Hold on, you're in my headphones. The water can't hear you." So I gotta take the headphones out.
Oh my god. The water can't hear you.
The water can't hear you. So we're cracking up. It's now on
Did
a
you
quotes
boil
channel.
the water?
No, what you don't. It's not part of the steps.
Oh, okay. Just
so
curious.
I take the thing
Just
out.
curious.
I put him on the thing. He says a prayer. I'm standing there with my salt and my fucking rosary.
Wow. Wow. Hypocrite. Cast out those demons. God.
No, I did ask him. I was like, "Does it need to be like a regular size rosary? I have a mini rosary," and that threw them off for a loop for a second because they had never heard of a mini rosary. And then they're like, "Is it like a normal rosary, but like tiny?" And I go, "No, it's like you only have 10 beads or whatever as opposed to 50 plus." So Pal's saying the prayer, okay, and then he's like, "Okay, sprinkle some salt in." Ashley walks in as I've got rosary in hand, and Pal is reciting the prayer. It's a long prayer. You know the Catholics. It's a long prayer. She comes home, and she looks at me and is like, "What are you doing?" I go, "There's no time for questions." We're in the middle.
Does it have to be like unbroken, like no mistake type thing?
Probably not. And then he goes, because he gets to a part where he says, blah, 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 be with you. And then he says to us, because besides me, nobody else is going to know what the response is. But he says to all of us, "Okay, now you guys are supposed to say, and also with you." And I go, "No, no, 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 no. The words have been changed. You have to say, and with your spirit." And then I hear Zach goes, "Oh my God, we didn't check the patch notes."
We didn't talk to an expert.
So they do the whole thing. He's like, "All right, make the sign of the cross of the rosary over it." I'm doing so. And now we finish that up. Ashley picks up what we're doing, and now sitting on my countertop, Olivia, is this little Tupperware dish.
Technically,
Holy water.
Technically, holy
Holy
water,
water
with the rosary on it. Nice.
I had to verify
Yeah.
for the guys that I had a rosary and I wasn't just making it up.
Okay.
So there's a little. We'll post this. But yeah, there's a little. I have a Tupperware dish. I had to move it to a Tupperware dish, and wrote technically holy water. Now then, we weren't able to complete this next step because then they wanted to use the holy water to make pagan water, which is like you got to put like a fresh vegetable and some moonlight, and it's a whole thing. We didn't have moonlight. It was only 6:30. So we were unable to make pagan water with the holy water, but they just kind of wanted to see what would happen, if it would burst into flames or something.
Oh, I was like, did they say like why?
Oh, for fun. Just for fun.
I was like,
Okay.
she says to me this morning, "Guess what they wanted me to do?"
Guys did.
Guess what the guys wanted me to do before D&D, and I went, "I have no idea. I would never have guessed make holy water. I would never have guessed that."
Yeah, I have a whole cup. Now, here's the thing, listener. If you're ever in a pinch and you're like, "Man, I just don't have enough. I just don't have any holy water. I'm running low." Listen to this, because I tell potential listener Erica / just coworker Erica. I don't know that she's ever listened, but I tell Erica this story at the office on Tuesday because she went to Catholic school, so she get a kick out of this. I know listener Brittany's gonna get a kick out of this. Okay. But so I tell her, and she says to me today, she goes, "I went home and told Ryan the story," her husband, and he goes, "Did you know that if you just have like a drop of holy water and you put it into a tub of other water, that makes that holy water?" And I said, "Hold on.
Where are we getting this
Hold
information?
on.
And where did they get the information that
that
anybody
much
can make their own holy water?
You can Google it."
Because I Googled it. I Googled holy water just to see what I get, and it's hilarious. Some of these things are hilarious. Does holy water remove sin? Venial sins are not removed by sprinkling holy water.
We have to go to
Sorry.
confession.
Yeah, you got to do the penance. Got to do the penance. Got to go to reconciliation. Can you throw away holy water? Polluted or excess holy water must be poured into the ground.
Excess. You mean like if you were to make a whole batch?
I would just
of
drink
holy
it.
water?
Just drink it? Can you drink holy? Why would you want to drink it? Doesn't there salt in there? Does Amazon sell holy water? Yes. Can holy water become unholy? Let's see. No, holy water does not become unholy in the sense of losing its blessedness or spiritual power. It remains holy until it is used up or purposely diluted with unblessed water.
Well,
Now,
here's the thing.
I
So
will
that kind of
say,
goes along with what you're saying.
I
If you
feel
put a drop in, does it all become holy water?
so here's the thing.
No.
No. So I looked this up. Now here's the thing. Apparently, you can make holy water without a priest, but you really should have it consecrated by a priest just to make sure it's super
Just to
holy.
make sure you're really protected.
I'm
from
not
evil.
doing that. I'm not doing that.
Because
not doing
demons are afraid of holy water because they can't stand the water of the Holy Ghost. They can't stand it.
Okay, two things.
Wait! I gotta tell you about the drop thing. So I told her.
Okay.
I said Ryan is close, but not quite. So whenever you're combining holy water with any other amount of water, okay, in order for what is combined to then be considered holy water, you must have more holy water than non-holy water.
Right. I did
So
see that.
if you've got a cup of holy water and then slightly less of a cup of normal water, technically holy water. And now you've got 2 cups. Then you could like slightly less than 2 cups. Boom. Now it just doubles. It doubles and doubles.
Magic becomes holy
You know what
water.
I'm saying?
Okay.
It's an endless supply. Right? Exactly. So what I'm saying is we could be making a major profit on this.
That's what I was going to talk about. So it's like the one cathedral we visited for like youth group field trip. They had like just bottles of holy water as like stuff you could just take with
Yes,
you.
yes,
you
After
can.
the thing. So
Right.
I was like, oh, slay. And also
Oh, slay.
your point where it's like, can holy water become unholy? Here's the thing though, and I don't know if you guys have heard about this because not a lot of people are as chronically online as myself. But a lot of people seem to sell their bath water, so I feel
I know about this.
What?
So if you said like girl streamers to like weird guys that would actually
Someone would buy used bath water?
men that haven't touched a woman in many moons
Or
buy
ever.
bath water.
I am in absolute and total
But here's the thing,
shock.
if you take a bath in the
Ew.
holy water, wouldn't that make it unholy? For
But it, not
That's
weird
clear.
purposes?
well, not necessarily because you dunk a person in holy water for baptism.
Can we
But
do?
you're not selling that water.
No, you're not.
Does anybody have?
People use that water for like weird purposes.
That's so
makes it
weird.
that
We gotta
makes it
t-
unholy.
Oh,
Listen,
I wish
do
I
you
didn't
guys
know
have,
that
like,
information now.
$26 because we get Father Farley's triple blessed holy water. Look, it comes in a spritzer.
I'm sorry.
Comes in a little spray bottle.
You can spray it on people.
Yes, to get people their way. Now it is blessed by 2 ordained priests and 1 cardinal. That's why it's called triple blessed holy water.
That seems like overkill.
It's $26 though.
How much protection?
The water comes from France.
Oh well, then it's
Contains
what?
triple
Does
blessed
it-
salt.
What does it matter? I want it to come from the in France. Do you remember the story of the Bernadette, Saint Bernadette? How she sees the Mary appeared to her at Lourdes.
Okay.
And then she told people that nobody believed her and they were really mean to her and it was terrible. And
I think so.
she was the sickly little thing and became a nun and died young, and that it was kind of a sad story for her later on. But finally they believed her, and I guess there was some kind. I can't remember. There was some kind of miracle. And I actually remember this because that's my saint name for confirmation. Is Bernadette.
Oh, you know what? In the same conversation, Erica and I bonded over the fact that we are both Joan of Arc.
Oh, legit. Okay, gotcha. Cool. So
Is anyone Juan Diego out there?
I was so close. I was almost Juan Diego, but then I was told that I couldn't be a boy. And then Sammy,
me too. Because
then Sammy, who I went to school with, not our Sam, but
Sam,
yeah, Juan Diego.
Oh, she was.
Are you fucking shitting me right now? I was told I couldn't be Juan Diego. So I thought, all right, well, I'll be Joan of Arc. She was burned at the stake. That's very cool. Are you kidding me?
Not cool at all. Quite hot, actually.
I think
Sorry, that was bad humor. Okay.
wow.
Well,
You know what's so bad? I thought that Aunt Mary was my sponsor. It turns out it was Sam. And so when I didn't remember, and Sam was like, oh.
Sam was your sponsor. Yes.
Yeah, I forgot that apparently.
This is
Kind of blanked out during that whole year.
okay. There was something along the lines of, was it you that was Googling like, why would you want to make your own holy water? What would the uses be?
Well, yeah, because now I have a Tupperware dish full of holy water.
Yeah.
What can I do with it?
And didn't you tell me that some lady commented that she lines your kids up and sprinkles them with it?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Somebody then also said that they drink it. Everything. I take a little sip every morning. I'm like,
What?
Well, can't like actually put it like with the salt? Actually, never mind. I was like, well, can't she just like sprinkle it a little bit on her?
I only put like
rest her
2 little
plates?
things of salt in. I'm not wasting the salt, and it didn't specify how much salt I needed.
Well, I know. I was saying I was like if she used it for her like garden or something, but I was like, I don't know if you wanted to use like
They're going to use salt on
Well, then how will we grow the devil's lettuce? We'll just have normal lettuce. That's a really stupid joke. Oh man.
This person says they keep a bottle of holy water in the office fridge, clearly marked holy water for emergencies. What? Holy water emergency are you going to have at work?
Possessions is just one demon away. You never know.
You never know, I guess. If you need to protect yourself from a demon,
I mean,
keep that holy water
maybe
handy.
taking a trip to New Orleans. That
And
place
why is it-
haunted.
Why is it in the
Oh, keep
fridge?
that stuff in your pocket.
Why is it in the fridge? Keep it cool.
No shit, Abby.
Everyone knows that demons come from hell, and hell is hot.
Oh my gosh. Well, we were talking about how your baptism, we did you and Sam's baptism at
And when they poured it on her and turned her into steam or something.
no, it did not turn to steam. She was not a devil child. You get the little tiny white cloth at baptism, but you guys were actually dunked. We did you guys where you were dunked in a little bowl of water, and then you put on your little.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Take Mama's store in the basement.
Well, think about how Jesus baptized people in the River Jordan. They dunked you in, right? So we had a big salad bowl, and Abby and Sammy got dunked in there, and then you put on your white gown afterwards, and it was really cool. We had it done at the mother house. What were those nuns?
The mother house.
What were those nuns? They were Catholic.
No, the Ursulines, the Ursuline nuns. They were
Ursuline.
Catholic, yes.
The Little Mermaid mother house.
Oh, I see.
What?
The house.
No.
They were Ursula.
They were the house of abundance. Okay.
But Olivia was not.
You were baptized the more
I was
typical way,
baptized
where it
in
was
an outhouse.
where it was poured over your. No, you were not. What? It was just poured over your head. We were saying it would be fun to have somebody baptized at where Sister Sharon's saying out at the shrine. We just stick your head into a little dispenser. We want to get somebody baptized out there just for the bit.
the hell of it.
Do it for the bit.
They baptized me in the fountain in downtown
If
Belleville.
if anyone is a listener is not already baptized and you're willing to go through all of the steps to get baptized, we'd love to have you out for the pod so that we can baptize you
I
in
don't
the
know if
automatic holy water
I
dispenser.
don't know if anybody's head will fit in there though. That's the problem.
You don't have to. I think we can just attach the bottom part.
Oh,
and then-
just go under there and get baptized.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also think that any automatic hand sanitizer dispenser would probably work.
Just replace the hand sand with
Or
the holy water.
a squirt bottle that we saw that little
It's
switch.
true. You could buy a squirt bottle. We will be happy to squirt you if you want to. If you want to be baptized.
We could also. I think we should get like a bear spray thing, but we replace with holy water, so it's like, and if somebody reacts to it, then we know.
Oh my gosh. You know what?
Then you know that they're gonna
Demon.
That they're demon. Oh.
Okay, that makes me think of something else.
Now,
So that's
if it doesn't
practical.
work, then that person is just covered in holy water.
And no harm, no foul.
They're
They've been
blessed.
Listen, that makes me think of something else, but I fear I'm getting off track. But like real quick,
Like we
There is-
haven't.
there is
gotten
no-
off
there is no
track.
track.
When you mentioned bear spray, it was making me think like these people that visit Puerto Rico and like get spray for the coqui. I think that's how you pronounce it. They're like little frogs, and they kind of get like a little loud at like nighttime. They're like the country's like not designated animal, like bald eagles.
The common
here.
coqui.
Okay.
She's right. Little froggies. Oh, look how cute they are.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're super cute. They're little small frogs.
Uh-huh.
They make a lot of noise.
They're
but,
loud.
Like,
Sure,
they're,
sure.
But they're like,
Frogs typically
but,
are.
like,
Yeah.
these tourists go there and they get this spray to kill these frogs because they make so much noise or whatever that they think. So like obviously the locals are like,
Don't kill our
get the
frogs.
fuck out.
Yeah.
Like,
Dog.
That's like if you took. That's like if you went to Washington D.C. and you just like killed a bald eagle right there. Okay, I'm just saying.
It would-
Like,
it's
that's
an
their-
equivalence,
I think
yeah,
it's
sure.
Their national
Animal.
Like, animal thing.
Do you
That's
remember-
terrible. Why would you do that?
I'm driving to work Monday morning.
Okay.
I'm behind somebody
Yes.
that had like Jesus bumper stickers.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
covered in
yeah,
Jesus
yeah.
bumper stickers.
Yeah, this person really liked Jesus.
And frogs.
It was hilarious. It was quite the combination.
Frog bumper stickers. You can see the little thing. It just said, "This girl loves frogs."
Frog lover.
Frog
on board.
lover. Frog lover on board. That's what it was.
And then your favorite one of those was you had to take a picture of it because you couldn't get close.
Oh no. That was that was when we were driving back from Wisconsin.
Would you follow Jesus this close?
Yeah, it literally says, "Do you follow Jesus this closely?" And I had to zoom in on with my phone. I didn't take a picture, but I had to zoom in to read it because we didn't want to be writing their bumpers.
We didn't want to follow that closely.
And so then I was dying when I
That was a good
zoomed in
one.
and read it.
That was a good one.
Another one on our way back. It was like the drive of Jesus bumper stickers because we saw multiple, but there was two really funny ones. There was that one, and then another one said, "Trust in God, but lock your car." And I was like, "Words to live by."
Truth.
Well, real quick, I don't know if you must still talk about the fan stuff. I know Mom said she had an encounter with some weird fans at the Facebook game.
Well, I have two things I have to tell Abby.
Okay.
So real quick since we were talking about holy water and you're right, we need to get the spray because then if we spray someone, we'll know if they're a demon.
Well, no, you just chew and then see how they react.
Right, and see what happens.
Like
You're just gonna hold the spray bottle up by your nose.
Chew. And see,
Blistering.
And then
if you're behind somebody and chew onto them, and then if they react badly,
you have the spray.
it's because they're a demon, not because
It's true.
of
You
the
have
sneeze.
the spray, and I'll have like the wooden stake, and then if they react badly,
Stake
stake them.
Well, the stake is for a vampire.
Oh well, I think it might kill multiple things. I think
Just
we're
maybe
ready
behead them just to be safe.
for beheading. Ooh, okay.
Katana.
We got it covered. I heard this great story. I don't know how great it is. It was funny when I read it, but I wouldn't want anyone to do this to me.
Okay. That's usually most good stories.
Little shot in Florida there. It's funny to laugh at someone else's pain, but
Okay.
I don't want it to happen to me. But anyway, this mother was telling her daughter that she was reading the book The Exorcist. And it
Okay.
was so terrifying. It was
Okay.
so scary. She's like, this is the most evil thing I've ever read in my life.
I've heard it is very scary.
She couldn't finish it. It scared her so bad. She went to a pier and threw it into the ocean. She hated it so much. The daughter went and bought another copy, ran it under the water and got it wet, and put it in the mom's nightstand. And then a few years
That's
later,
really fucking
isn't it
funny.
funny? Few days later, all of a sudden you just hear screaming from the mom's bedroom.
I absolutely would do
You
that.
would. I know you would.
I would absolutely. Because whatever the cost of that book is, what, $15, $20?
Whatever.
Absolutely worth it to traumatize somebody.
You just hear the screaming coming from the mom's bedroom, and she's down the hall laughing her ass off.
Threw it in the ocean.
Threw it in the ocean. She was like, "No one should ever read this book." Threw it in the ocean, and then she goes and wets it and puts it back in the thing. Oh my god, that's cruel. That poor mom.
That's really
You just
good.
got the wrong copy, like the cover is different.
Wouldn't matter. It would still be scary. But I thought that was pretty funny.
That's very good.
Um,
Very good.
I will say yes, I did go to the Cardinal game last night.
Our sauce.
Oh, we didn't say the sauce. You're
Our
right.
sauce.
What is the sauce? It doesn't really go with anything, but we decided to do yum yum sauce
Yum yum
because
sauce.
it's a pretty good sauce.
It's yummy.
It's a Japanese sauce. It's delicious.
Often served at steakhouses.
It is. It is. Anyway, so there's the sauce. But
I had to throw it out there really quick.
you're right because we were gonna forget. Went to the Cardinal game last night.
Okay.
Wayne and I decided to. Your grandma, loves the Cardinals,
Yeah.
and so for Mother's Day, we said we want to take you to a game.
Okay.
So we took Grandma to a game last night, and yeah, crazy fans. One of the
How did
things
we do? Do we win?
we did not. One of the things that's no fun is when you're sitting by fans for the other team and they're just kind of rude.
Obnoxious.
Yeah, you're in our house, so be polite. Cheer for your team. I don't have a problem with that.
You have to have some
Yeah.
honest just to be like not even in your home stadium.
Well,
and
here's the
still
thing.
Be, like, rude about that.
You know that the Cardinals fans. Ashley's talked before about how she's gone to a lot of Cardinals games and there's been a lot of asshole Cardinals fans. And here's my take. You're gonna see asshole Cardinals fans because there's assholes in every fan base, and when you're at the Cardinals stadium, it's full of Cardinals fans.
Right.
Inevitably, you're gonna find, and the assholes tend to be the loudest people there.
Right.
Now,
There's gonna be obnoxious fans.
Now, here's the thing.
regardless of the fandom.
if there are obnoxious fans from other fan bases at another team stadium, the Cardinals or whatever,
Right.
if they're there, know that the fan base of that whatever team is pretty good because if you're in like Philly, they're gonna knock your ass out. Imagine like mouthing off at an Eagles game. You will be murdered.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I mean, listen, we know that, in my opinion, no hate to no hate to people in Pennsylvania, but
She said, "Love you, Tay."
but Steelers fans, Eagles fans, Pittsburgh Penguins fans, Pittsburgh Pirates fans,
Pittsburgh Pins. Oh, I'm so sorry.
are often known for being shitty fan bases,
Okay.
kind of assholes.
Gotcha.
It's
But like
it's
you
well
said,
known.
I'm sure there's some wonderful
I'm
people,
sure.
and then some
But
that are obnoxious.
you would
It
not
is what it
catch me dead even wearing an opposing team's jersey at an Eagles game.
is. Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're gonna.
I think it's, we were up in Detroit one time when my brother used to live in Detroit, and we went to a bar after we went to Thanksgiving. We went to the Detroit Lions game, and then we went to this bar afterwards, and the Blues were playing
Yeehaw.
the Red Wings, and the Blues scored, and I immediately was like, "Yay!" And then he's like, "Shut up! Do you want to get beat up?" Like, we're not in St. Louis, and I was like, "What? I'm gonna get beat up? What?"
Red Wings fans are pretty. Well, that's a very old storied
Right.
team.
So I
100%.
was like, it used to be a pretty big rivalry apparently. So I was like,
well, and
oh,
also,
okay.
I mean, like, Boston is hit and miss because Bruins fans can sometimes be terrible,
Yep.
and Red Sox and Yankees
But I
fans
think-
don't get me started.
I think that's anywhere you go, and people tend to take it a little too seriously when someone is in your stadium cheering for not your team, and
Yes.
so they just like assume that they're just being shitty, and they're not really always
Not
being.
always.
They're not.
I wouldn't cheered for the Blues at the Wrigley Stadium, during the Winter Classic.
Playing the Blackhawks,
But
yeah.
I'd like to think that we were classy about it.
Right. So
I
mean,
said screaming
to
for the
me,
Blues.
I'm not gonna be mad if they cheer for their team. Just
Sure.
don't be hateful or obnoxious.
Yeah, don't get in like I am feeling like it.
Right, like you said, don't mouth off at anybody else that's there. Just cheer respectfully for your
That's so
team and
crazy
have
that it
fun.
has
It's
to be
supposed to
like
be
that.
fun.
It's true.
It really is not that
Right.
serious. No matter
Yeah.
if like you're betting money on the game
Right.
or whatever, and it's like you're not playing.
And that's what I always
This is-
think.
it's
Why
just
are you taking it
sports.
so
You
seriously?
really,
Yeah.
you're
Also,
not on the team. These
don't be-
players don't know you.
Yeah.
Don't be betting your life savings on
Exactly.
the outcome of the game either. Because I understand it's like, we used to say like I don't get anything if they win or lose or whatever. And now because betting on the game is legal, there are people that bet fortunes on it.
Crazy.
And I'm like, you know what would have gotten you through this game so much better if you didn't.
You didn't do that.
But it's like
A therapist.
Homer Simpson. Mr. Simpson, are you aware that last year you threw $7,000 into wishing fountains? Yeah, because I was wishing for more money. This is the
That's
trade-off,
That's the
people.
mentality. Well, the thing I forgot about going to the game with Grandma, we saw it, and actually we saw a good game. We saw 3 home runs, which was great. Michaelis didn't have it. Sorry, he just looked he was off.
I hate to see it.
So that was a bummer, and the Blue Jays won. But the thing that I forgot is that when you go to a game with your grandma, you don't leave till the bitter end.
Yeehaw.
If Grandma goes, we go to a game, you go to the game.
You're going to the game.
And it was a Tuesday, and I had to work the next day.
Yep.
And I was tired.
I'll tell you, if I was over there, I would have just been like, drop me off at the office.
Right.
I'll Uber home or something because I ain't going to get up in the morning and come all the way back out of here. Are you
Right.
kidding me?
I was just like, I'm ready to go home. I'm very tired. But no, I don't. You do not bring it up. It's like, nope, we're here. We stay till the bitter end.
hated us this weekend because we left after like the 5th inning of the Dodgers game, but for good reason.
Well, the problem was
good show. Hey, don't hit no homers whenever he's in St. Louis. I
There-
want my money back.
there was over an hour rain delay, so the game didn't start till 8:30.
yeah, I was supposed to be at
so
that game,
Then it
too.
was late, but
I'm just kidding, Shohei.
but anyway, we had a good time.
You left early on Pride Night? Wow.
But you should see our Pride jerseys. We got new Pride jerseys.
I have seen them,
Oh,
actually.
I love it. I wore it last night. It's amazing.
It was right before we had to get home early and then get up early for the
Oh,
big call.
that's why we had to
So
leave. That's
we had to get
That's why we had to
going.
leave early because she wanted
I had to
to.
go talk to my and also
Embarrassing.
Sky was
I had to go talk to my pookies.
Her Pookie, yes. Everyone's her Pookie. We were watching. Sometimes the idols, the singers and different groups will go live. And one of my favorite groups is the Rose. I've talked about them before. And Hajun did a live video, so I was watching. He actually speaks a lot of English pretty well, so he was doing a lot in English. And so I was watching it, and he was really funny. Liv and I were both watching it, and somebody said, was it you? I don't know. Somebody said, "Hi, Pookie," and then he goes, "What is Pookie?" And it was just really cute.
What is Pookie?
What is Pookie? And then everybody was explaining it. It's like,
Yeah, that's funny.
yeah, it was really, really cute.
That's really cute.
But anyway, The Rose has a new album out,
Okay.
all in English. It's amazing. Check it out. It's called World, but it's spelled WRLD.
Yeah, there's no O.
There's
But
no
there's a
O.
song called O.
Literally. It's so great. I love it so much. Check them out. They're wonderful. So this is also our last episode during Pride Month.
Yeah.
Any big Pride events? Anything exciting happening for
Besides a homicide.
besides a homicide? What
In Pride Month?
During Pride Month? We are gonna walk in the. Are you gonna walk with us in the Pride Parade? for
You
St.
know
Louis?
what? Depends.
Wow.
I could get struck by lightning the way my week is going. I wouldn't be surprised.
Maybe you should buy a lottery ticket.
I
Maybe you should throw a penny in a wishing well.
Yeah, clearly. I told you, you know what I said to you last week? I was driving to work on Thursday, and I go, you know what? Nothing bad has happened yet, but it's been a week because I had bad news the Thursday before, and the Thursday before that, I had gotten bad news, boom,
okay.
boom, back
Okay.
to back. And so I had said, this is now like week 3, this is last week. You know, nothing bad has happened yet.
Okay.
But you know, stay tuned. The day is young, and I sure as shit I got a call that another a coworker had put their 2 weeks in, and
Aw.
so I got to pick up their slack now.
Oh, that is a bummer. That's true.
So today is Wednesday, so stay tuned, listener.
Okay. Okay. Well, no, don't assume the news will be bad. I'm gonna purposely call you tomorrow and tell you some good news. I'll find something.
I didn't say that
something
there
to call
can't
about.
be good news, but the last 3 weeks.
It's a bomb threat.
It's Abby though. She's a flipper name.
It's Abby. No, it's not gonna be Abby. It's gonna be like that dude that went into like the Home Depot or one of those stores, and he went to the bathroom and said, "You people better get out of here. I'm fixing to blow this place out." And they called the police because they thought it was a bomb threat.
Do you want to know?
It wasn't a bomb threat.
Do you want to know how sad my life is right now?
No, I don't.
Oh my god.
I don't think it's that
no,
sad.
no,
Listener,
no.
listen. This is such a mom thing because I immediately tell
No,
her,
no,
like, are
no.
you just being overly dramatic? It's not that sad.
It's, you know what, so I told you I came straight from therapy,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like you're not even like being you're not even being pessimistic. The pessimism is finding you. And I was like, I know.
Oh no.
I know, J-Dog. But no, this is it's sad, quote unquote, just because it's very boring.
Oh,
All right. So
okay.
last night was like one of my first nights I had free in any kind of capacity.
Okay.
Which not really. Like I you know.
Did you get home in a reasonable hour?
Got home about 5:45.
Oh my God, why so late?
Because I live like an hour away,
I know it's true.
and I gotta commute.
She said, why so late? This girl is 5 minutes away and comes home closer to 6.
And I hate
But
the
that's my
drive.
choice. So
that's
no,
'cause I have a lot of work
but
to do.
I get home and I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna look up because I got the Libby app.
Okay.
Okay, I was gonna
We
look
love
up.
the Libya.
So I look up on my iPad because you can download digital books and
Yes.
whatnot.
Yes.
So I was going to download to my iPad like a graphic design book or something, you know, because I was feeling a little productive, but I didn't really do anything. So I was
Okay.
like, I'll read some inspiration, if you will.
Oh, okay.
And whatnot. And so I had seen this book that it kind of like was talking about like punctuation, things like that. Okay, the story doesn't get better. I just want you to know that it just kind of stays boring about where it's at. And so I was like, oh, okay, maybe it's about punctuation in design and da 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 da, because it was like it was like a square book and it was designed, right? And it's like a
Okay.
giant question mark on like slightly cut off the page, whatever. So like, oh, okay, maybe they're talking about design. Read all like 136 pages of it. It was not about design. It was just about the history of punctuation.
no.
So if you have any questions, I'm here with answers. So no, I got it on Libby for free. It's like the
read-
library app.
You read a book.
Read the
about
whole thing. I
punctuation.
thought I literally was like, okay, like we're getting close to the end of like they're talking about all these punctuation marks. They're kind of giving the history and like what it's all about. So at some point, right? Somewhere in here, it's going to switch and start talking about the design. So I was like, let me see where I'm at in the book. Because I'm kind of flipping through. It's like, it's short. There's like maybe a small paragraph on each page. It's not very long. I check it. I've only got 10 pages left of the book. It's like, God damn it. I just read this whole fucking thing.
You read the whole show.
So if you're curious about
that is
punctuation history,
hilarious.
I now am your girl.
You're killing me. That's awesome.
There are many different names for question marks around the world. They're not all just called question marks. I believe in like Germany, they're whatever the word translates to monkey's tail.
Oh, I get that. I get that.
There's one of them is, I think it's Japanese, translates to like cat or something like that because like the little again looks like a cat tail.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay,
you're right. That is really boring.
So I was like, so I had one night off this week. One night. I used it to read a book about the history of punctuation.
I amend my declaration that you are not being dramatic. That was that. I am sad for you.
My life flashed before my eyes. It's very boring.
It's really boring. Let me tell you. Let's talk about the book you and I are currently reading.
Something more interesting.
Yeah.
It's called Rules for Ghosting. Am I saying it right?
You know what? I think it is called just the Rules.
So for Pride Month, we'll recommend a book. Yeah, it's called Rules for Ghosting, and it is by. Let me get her name.
Is it Shelley Tay Shore or is that a J?
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's a J or a T because it's cursive.
Managed loan, shall we? Shelley J Shore.
Sure. It's lovely. It's so sweet. I love it. I finished it actually already. I couldn't. We're doing an audiobook, so I was listening, and I just kept listening when I got home from work because I just loved it so much, and I just kept listening. So, if you want to read a really sweet, wonderful story.
Yeah, it's
Rules for Ghosting.
It's perfect for Pride Month. It's it follows a trans man is our main character, Ezra, and then our love interest Jonathan, and then you've got Ezra can see ghosts.
And he can see ghosts. And he grows up in a funeral home, in a Jewish
funeral home, very Jewish family.
So I got a lot of
Jewish
information about Jewish
I know.
funeral rituals.
Did
I
you?
didn't know.
I didn't know that the caskets must be entirely biodegradable, so no metal or anything.
I had no idea.
Because they're like the body has to touch the earth.
Touch the earth. I had no idea.
And so they're like the hinges and everything have to be made out of some kind of biodegradable material, often wood. The more you know.
I've learned so much stuff, so that was interesting.
Did you learn about the history of the ampersand? I
did not, and I'm okay with not knowing that. I also will recommend, if you haven't watched... I'm okay with not knowing that.
With not knowing.
I'm okay.
The mystery. It'll haunt you forever.
I'm sure that you've watched both of these shows, but do you recall help me?
Whoa. The Count of Monte Cristo?
It's a comedy, a stand-up show. So she's a comedic? Help me.
Comedian?
Comedian. Why am I couldn't think of the word. Comedic? She's a comedic? What the fuck is wrong with me? Okay, sorry.
Oh my gosh, wait, did you tell Abby that Fortune Feimster was at the Dodgers game?
Yeah, I fucking saw it because I was supposed to be at that game.
I thought she was going to throw the pitch out, but she didn't. Well, again, it was an hour delay, so I know
that's true.
Going to throw it out. But anyway, yeah, she was in town. So
I know. I was supposed to be at that game. She doesn't really talk to me.
Comedian. I couldn't come up with the word. That's terrible. She's a comic. Thank you. I don't know what I'm talking about. Two comedian ladies that I think are wonderful that you should, if you haven't watched their shows, they're on Netflix. And Fortune Feimster is one of them.
Yes.
Hilarious. She has two shows, right? I remember watching two of her shows. They're on Netflix. She's absolutely hilarious. We love her so much. Both these ladies are gay, in case you're wondering again.
It's for Pride Month. It's a shameless Pride Month plug.
Hannah Gadsby.
Is I think we've watched her thing too.
I think is she from Australia or New Zealand? One of those. I can't remember.
I don't remember. Doesn't matter. But one of those.
She has two shows. One's called The first one's called Nanette, and the second one is called Douglas.
I think I've watched these with you.
Yes, and they're wonderful. Nanette is one of the most interesting comedy shows, stand-up shows I've ever seen, probably in my life. Mm-hmm. Because it starts off obviously very funny, and then it goes into very
like a personal journey.
Yeah, her personal journey for sure. But it's very reflective and very gets you thinking, and It was just really, really done so well and incredible. And then she kind of came back with her second show, Douglas. Hilarious. So funny. She's on the autism spectrum.
You're
So
struggling.
I
You
am-
really want to add ick to the end of
Autistic spectrum. Thank you.
yes.
And so she does some funny, tells her story about how, the growing up with that is quite an interesting life. But I heard a little snippet from her show Douglas today, and I'm like, oh, I forgot all about her. She's so funny. So those are great shows. If you haven't watched them, I know they're on Netflix. So those are really, really good.
Another show featuring gay creators, since it's Pride Month, shameless plug. Serious Beef, for God's sake. Olivia, listen to our fucking podcast. Olivia, if you don't listen to our podcast, you're homophobic.
Oh my!
The gauntlet's been thrown
She's
down.
thrown the gauntlet down.
I listen. Well, I don't really listen. I watch
Clearly.
people who technically do podcasts. I like to watch.
Just because
I don't like to just listen.
you're,
to what
are you
people talk.
joking right now?
Well, it's kind of nice because when you can just listen, you don't have to watch something. You can actually do two things at once.
Yeah.
That's why I love listening to audiobooks, because I can work or clean or craft or whatever while listening.
Drive.
I could
Drive,
technically
even.
do that with the videos that I watch, which is like, I don't listen to like a ton of podcasts and then just not listen to yours. It's like maybe one where it's like Clarence Angelo and like his cousin like Francesca have like a thing. It's
As she plugs another podcast on our
I'm cutting this out. Beep.
Bleep.
You just hear like it's a curse word, like a long beep, cutting it out.
How dare you
I
mention
listen to
another podcast?
Serious Beef.
There you go. Listener, this is Abby. She only listens to Serious Beef.
How I love that band.
Oh yeah. Oh, how I love that man of mine. That's hilarious. That's really good.
Oh my gosh. I've had this story saved in my, how you have a tabs open in your phone, and I've had this one open because I've been wanting to read it to you
Okay.
or
hit
tell
me.
you about the story. It doesn't have anything to do with anything that we've
Well,
been talking about
that's
today. but
okay.
We're kind of all over the place because we are what was our first episode? Unprepared and unmedicated. I'm medicated or
Medicated,
Okay, good. We're
medicated.
medicated, but I am
Olivia.
absolutely unprepared. So
I have meds.
Are you
she just doesn't take
meditated?
them.
it's like a gamble.
Hang on. Can I see Squire Patty real quick?
Squire Patty, where are you, Squire Patty? Here you are. Are you
Look
gonna
at-
throw her at Liv?
No. Look at those eyes.
Look
She's.
Look at these sad eyes.
Look
of
at
Squire
them.
Patty and
They're so. These
Sad
are
eyes.
the
Well, they're
disappointed.
smiling.
These are the disappointed eyes of a burger, of a patty.
if
The
you-
disappointed
if you
eyes
will.
of 100% Angus beef. This is Squire Patty, and that is Sir Ang.
Sir Angus,
No,
Be-
we'll get into it.
Sir Angus loin,
Loin
of
of
Beeferton.
Beeferton.
Get it right, yeah.
Sir
baby,
Angus
she
Loin
is.
of Beeferton. We haven't had to
know
plug the name in a
She
while.
doesn't even know our mascot. Okay, you ready for the story?
Yes, Squire
Okay.
Patty's ready as well.
Here we go. This happened in 2019. Eleanor Pace jolted awake to the sound of smashing glass. Living in the staff flat above the Blenheim Palace, the guest service supervisor was used to strange noises. But when fire alarms began to blare, she knew something was wrong. She began evacuating to the great courtyard. Guests weren't there. It was the middle of the night.
Is this the first story?
Yes, but unbeknownst to her, she was running straight into the final moments of an audacious heist. Can you even
I
imagine?
think you're saying of her life. I was like,
No. 5 minutes smashed their way into the palace, ripped out a 4.8 million. What does that mean? 4.8
million pounds.
pounds.
A pound, like a British pound.
A 4.8. Oh, it's worth pounds. 4.8
Yes.
million pounds
Approximately.
of solid gold in the shape of a toilet, and fled in a stolen Volkswagen Golf. They stole the golden toilet.
That's worth approximately 6.5 million United States dollars.
It's a solid gold toilet that was in this palace. The working loo, it actually worked. You could flush it. Entitled America. It's an art piece, but
Fair.
it actually worked as a toilet.
You know what?
Had it on display for just 2 days in the 18th century stately home, plumbed in as part of an exhibition by the Italian conceptual artist, I can't say his name,
Maurizio Catalan.
Okay. Now, more than 5 years on, a total of 3 men have been convicted in connection to the heist. So there's these dudes have slowly they've been finding them.
So they stole the gold toilet.
They stole the gold toilet. It is a crime that has intrigued art lovers and delighted the press and coined countless potty-themed puns. Now the BBC has gained exclusive behind-the-scenes access to staff at the Blenheim Palace to understand the heist and security failures from their perspective. Honestly, no one thought that anyone would want to steal a toilet, so there was no security.
A toilet worth $6.5 million.
Legit.
I got the golden.
Basically.
I'm gonna send the people.
So there was a guy there, Dominic Hare. He was at the glamorous exhibition launch party being held at the palace, and
It didn't even make it to the launch party.
it was during the launch party. So he's there. It was hosted by the artist himself,
Okay.
and it was the first time that this toilet has been on display outside of New York. So it was creating this big buzz, and he slipped away from the festivities, hoping to have a turn at this fully usable toilet.
Oh, wait, people are using it? I know that it is
Yes.
functional, but like I didn't think that people were using
Well,
it.
everybody wants to take a shit on America's.
Yeah.
When
For good reason.
unnecessary. We're doing it to ourselves.
I mean,
Not
just
to get into it.
look.
Wow. But
You
he
could
couldn't,
actually-
but he couldn't use it because it was stolen.
He could use it, but there was a line, and so he said there's no point in lining up because he'll just come back tomorrow and try again.
But the
He never
toilet
got-
had been
but
stolen.
then the
now was it
toilet was
recovered?
gone.
Was it recovered?
That's good to know. I have to
Yeah,
read
I
down.
don't think so.
Let's see. The police arrived shortly after the theft. And let's see. She says she tells the owner or
It's yet no. Maurizio Catalan's 18-karat golden toilet tiled America has not been recovered after it was stolen from the Blenheim Palace in 2019.
there. Yeah. I was like, I had to read. I haven't read further all the way down. This is like a very long article.
Authorities believe it was likely dismantled and sold in parts. While the thieves were caught and convicted, the gold from the toilet remains missing.
Anyways,
Yeah. They literally were just like thinking that we don't need any security because
really expensive toilet.
no one's going to want it's
A
it's
solid,
literally plumbed, it's plumbed in.
and a solid gold toilet is so heavy.
Can you imagine? It's,
Wow.
And you have to undo the disconnect it. It's literally plumbed in.
Now, listen, you want to hear a conspiracy theory?
Okay.
I'm ready. I'm gonna give it to you.
So it never was recovered. I didn't finish reading the article.
It was never
I
recovered.
had to scroll down. That's
Okay.
crazy.
So here's my conspiracy theory.
Okay.
The toilet was insured for a value of $6 million.
Oh.
So I'm wondering, do you think Maurizio makes the solid gold toilet, collects on the insurance money? Maybe he's in on it, right? Oh, okay, you can sell it, you can steal and sell it off or whatever. Okay, then he collects his $6 million. And now everybody knows Maurizio Catalan's name because he was the victim of a heist, of a burglary. And now, Maurizio, what have you done recently, Maurizio?
Not art.
I bet they just melted that down. You know what I mean?
Oh,
To a smaller
100%.
toilet.
Right. To a smaller
See,
toilet.
it's not a toilet. Guys, you know what kind of toilet?
Maurizio Catalan is also the guy. Do you remember the guy who you remember when they had a banana, they just taped it to a wall?
Yeah, that was that guy?
That's that guy.
Oh my god.
That guy. And somebody walked up and I think ate it.
Ate the banana, took a bite out of it, didn't they?
Yeah, Chris Pratt. We also like commercial.
So here's what
Oh yeah, that's right.
no,
I'm thinking of that.
so
That's
sorry.
not
the funny thing is with this is when they realized that they were the house was being broken into,
okay.
no one imagined that the toilet was what was being stolen. Okay. It was not guarded. There was no closed captioning TV. Like there was no TV videoing device. What do
Okay.
you call it? CCTV is what they wrote here. Monitoring the cubicle door. So there was a door you could go in and have some privacy if you were using it.
Oh well, I certainly hope so. It's
I
not
guess
part of
so.
the experience.
So they didn't think that that was what was being stolen. The woman that I said at the beginning of the article, heard this, woke up to the smashing glass, and she thought someone was coming to steal Churchill's childhood lock of hair, which is still on display.
Was it worth 6.5 million?
I don't think so. I don't think so. So I just thought that was the craziest story, that they stole this toilet, and now I know, never been recovered. They melted that down real fast. You know they did.
Yeah, they really did.
That's crazy.
I am. Wow. I'm just reading about this banana. So the artwork is called Comedian by Maurizio Catalan. He created it was two artists' proofs. It's a banana taped to a wall.
What the hell?
It appears as a fresh banana affixed to a wall with duct tape. As a work of conceptual art, it consists of a certificate of authenticity with detailed diagrams and instructions for its proper display.
Oh my gosh.
Number two of the limited edition of 3 was sold to the cryptocurrency entrepreneur Justin Sun. Would anybody like to guess the number? What this
gonna be
is?
something stupid. How much?
Guess.
$1 million.
6.2 million.
What? Who would do that? I can tape a banana for you on
In
the wall.
November of 2024.
Oh my god.
I could tape a banana to a wall for you. Soon after, he ate the banana on stage, comparing it to a crypto asset and saying, quote, "The real value is the concept itself."
You
shut
are a
up.
goob.
Well,
And you just wasted
that money. Bro.
$6.2 million.
It's true.
So was the banana that whole thing, was that before he made the golden toilet? Because honestly, to go on with your conspiracy theory, if I had the issue of I'm gonna make this artwork with this banana,
You're
someone
right.
eats it, I don't have any luck with this freaking toilet. Now somebody's stolen it. I'm gonna cash in on it. It's like no one takes my part seriously.
Well,
You know?
honestly, I don't think he needed it. He sold the banana.
I think
Taped to a wall.
But I think the banana was after the toilet. And you see, in 2019, he got
It's true.
a claim to fame.
It's true.
Banana.
Ooh.
We just cracked
I just cracked this thing wide open.
Oh my god.
And then he was in on the cryptocurrency scam.
You're
clearly.
right. You're right.
Is it? Do we think it's a coincidence that the banana sold for 6.2 million and the toilet was insured for 6 million?
I think not.
I think the fuck not.
Wow, Abby, you're a
We
genius.
just cracked this motherfucker wide open.
We just did. Hey, send us.
This is why you gotta listen to Serious Beef.
Send us your conspiracies. We'll crack it wide open. We'll figure it out.
And send me just the things you're like, I just think it's really interesting that Mauricio always gets the front spot. I want.
It's like a childhood enemy. I just think it's really interesting.
I just think it's really interesting
Lifelong
that
listener here.
right.
Oh my
God.
First time listener. First time. Yeah, long time hater, first time caller. That would be a living call.
Oh
I do.
my god.
A comedy podcast.
That guy that like created like or bought Vantage Black or something.
Oh,
We talked about that
talked about
already
it. Yep. If
on
you listen, you would
on
know.
the pod.
You'd be in the know.
Please jump that.
You're about-
jump that guy, man.
Pink is pink.
Can he like not buy it or something, or like he had people buy it?
It's the other way
Because he was
around.
banned from
Don't tell her. She has to listen to the podcast.
She's not going to.
No, don't tell her.
Oh my god.
I'm so mean.
Oh my god,
Anish Kapoor. Dick.
bro! If you
We
walk down the
hate
street-
him.
If you walk him on the street, he not safe.
Knock him
It's
out.
on
You know
site.
why?
How's
You
this
know
so
why?
going on?
Anish Kapoor, number one, he bought the rights to Vanta Black. You can't own a color.
Yeah, that's not right.
That's rude. Number two, he made the Bean in Chicago.
Oh, he did.
The way
Right.
he's like so pressed that people call it just the bean because it's like supposed to be like the gateway to heaven or something.
Who gives a flying fuck? It's the Bean.
It's a goddamn bean.
So that's why people posted on Facebook the events that said, "Pink the Bean, pink is pink."
No, for real. No, for real. Because
For
it's
real,
true.
for real, for
Like,
real.
oh, no, your whole thing is like gateway to wherever, and you made it shaped like that.
It's a bean.
I'm like, exactly. I'm like, what place would have a gateway shaped like a giant bean?
That's why Stuart Semple is fighting the fight with Pink is Pink.
No, wait. Anish Kapoor, his official name is Anish Kapoor Dick.
Anish Kapoor dick.
That's what you said. You said that. I smacked Abby on the shoulders.
Anish Kapoor dick. It's true.
But Stuart Semple, he's fighting a good fight. Yeah.
Yes, he is. Also, look at Stuart Semple made this little install. Isn't it so cute?
It's so cute.
There's like a little stress ball
And
squished between
so
two
no one can
buildings.
see it, but you'll have to send me a picture
It's
of
cute.
that.
It's cute.
Look at the laptop. I need to see it.
You have to show her. We'll post a pic.
Show it off. Show it off. What the?
It's pretty cute, right?
I was expecting.
It's you know what it is? It's better than a fucking golden toilet and a banana.
Damn.
It's true.
You're about to get a caller. This is Mauricio.
Okay, well, Mauricio, fucking pull up. I got some questions for you. Click.
I'm sorry to cut that.
I got some fucking questions for you, Mauricio. Click.
Click.
What kind of banana did you eat?
Right.
No, I want to fucking know. We got controversy. We cracked this thing wide open. Did you receive any of the how much of the money of the insurance on the golden toilet did you get? How much money did you get on that?
Definitely not 6.2 million.
No, it was
He
insured
gets
for
insurance?
$6 million.
Yeah. He gets
How much of that did you get? How much went to the building? You know what I mean?
Not to the building.
You think he had the insurance policy personally?
When you think it would have been his?
I don't know, because we like the museum or whatever could have gotten
His art piece.
Well, yeah, but like a museum can insure an art piece for something, so it could have been the building.
And that's true.
But he could have received part of it.
He's gonna have to receive something.
And
something.
the banana he sold, definitely he's got the majority of that. 6 point whatever million. He sold the banana for 6.2
Hasn't
million.
done any more.
I'm sure he's done other things, but who gives a fuck? Stuart Semple has a podcast. Come on, Serious Beef. Come on, Serious Beef. Can you imagine it's called the Stuart Semple Show.
Yes.
Well, we need to. How do we get a hold of him and recommend serious
Christ.
beef?
Hi,
Stuart.
Stuart. I think that's about it.
I don't know about you guys, but after this, I'm gonna need some serious beef.
And some serious pink is pink.
Some serious gold toilets.
Some serious gold toilets.
Bye.
Bye. Talk about a throne.